cracking, everybody? Welcome to Boo TV. While you're here, do me a big favor and like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you stay notified whenever we upload a new video. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you for watching. Thanks for the support, and let's get into the topic for today. I want to talk about this Russell Westbrook. Everybody like, oh, Russell Westbrook is looking like the runaway Sixth Man of the Year award. Oh, it's so impressive. Oh, they sold him on the Sixth Man of the Year. Oh, look at Russ. This is so amazing. Amazing. Playing great off the bench. Sixth Man of the Year. And I'm like, really? Really? You guys think you're giving Russ a pat on the back? Praising him, congratulating him for that? But if I'm Russell Westbrook and how I'm looking at it, I find that disrespectful. You know why? Because what the hell did you think was going to happen? What the hell did you think was going to happen? I am a all-star level player, bona fide all-star. Outside of this wacko situation that I'm in now with the Los Angeles Lakers, I would be a starter on almost any other team in the league that needed a point guard. Actually, any team in the league that needed a point guard, I would be a starter on that team. And I'm good enough to at least get that team into the playoffs, and I'm good enough to average an entire triple-double on the season as a small point guard. Don't disrespect my game, playa. Don't disrespect my game. What did you think was going to happen? Acting like I'm some role player that's getting congratulated for having a great year off the bench. No. I'm a starter normally. You take a starter and bring him off the bench, of course he's going to outperform the rest of the bench players in the league. What'd you think was going to happen? Huh? And even for Russ, even as well as he's playing off the bench, that's still not even all of his potential output. He's still getting limited minutes. Most games, Dennis Schroeder, who's not as good as him and not playing as good as him, is getting more minutes than Russell Westbrook at the point guard position. If Russ was getting his regular 35-plus minutes, we would see even more of an output. Not only if Russ was given his minutes, also if Russ didn't have to share point guard duties and responsibilities with LeBron James. That's why I said it's a wacky situation, because you have two guys that do much of the same things in Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. So it's a wacky situation. A lot of teams don't have two-star players that are redundant to that level. But this team does have it. And they felt the fix was to bring Russell Westbrook off the bench. And for me, and I will stand by this, I don't think it has as much to do as Russ coming off the bench, but more to do with staggering their minutes. But when LeBron and Russ do play together, have Russ play more point guard and have LeBron come off the ball more. So now LeBron can get easier looks, easier baskets, run the passing or run the lanes when Russ will find him as LeBron James is cutting. Now Russ is getting his assists, Russ is running the offense, LeBron is getting his points, LeBron is getting easier looks, and it's a win-win situation. And now they started doing more of that when Russ came off the bench. But now everybody's saying it's only because Russ is going off the bench. No, it's because they changed the play style and the play style dynamic between LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. Because before it wasn't like that. So I think it has more to do. You could have still started this man and run this LeBron James coming off ball more and put the ball more in Russ's hand dynamic, and then you will get the same results. Let's call it what it is. So yeah, if I'm Russ, I'm like, I feel disrespected that y'all over here making a big deal out of me probably getting Sixth Man of the Year. And I'm like, dude, do you know who the hell I am? I'm a starter on almost any other team and any team that needs a point guard. You bring me off the bench, of course, I'm going to put up numbers and perform well. I would feel disrespected. I would feel disrespected that people over here making a big deal out this, and would make me feel like y'all didn't know this is what I do, and this is what I do on a controlled basis. This is what I do now, given less minutes and less responsibility and having to share my point guard duties. Could you imagine if y'all was just letting me do me? If I was a de facto leader on a team? Don't disrespect me like that. Don't disrespect me like that. It's like me going to play basketball with a bunch of first graders, and then everybody is gloating. Oh, look at Boo! Oh, Boo's killing it right now. Oh, this is amazing. It's like, what? What? Do you know who I am? Look at the competition. I mean, come on, man. I'm not gonna sit here and make a big deal out of what Russ is doing off the bench. I'm not, because it doesn't surprise me. Because I've always been, in the beginning of all this Russ to LA nonsense, everybody was saying Russ sucks now. Russ sucks. Russ is garbage. Oh, I was like, no, Russ doesn't suck. Russ is not garbage. Russ is not in a good situation right now. Russ is not in a situation that caters to his play style. Russ is not garbage. And I know basketball, and I watch these games, and he's not in a conducive situation to his play style and to his situation. So it's going to make him look bad. And of course, you're playing with LeBron James, and people are going to get scapegoated when you play with LeBron James. Russ was the scapegoat last season. So I was like, and from the beginning, man, I can show you conversations on text messages from last season. I said they need to change the LeBron-Russ dynamic. It doesn't make any sense for LeBron James to run the show and now designate Russell Westbrook a spot-up jump shooter or a spot-up three-point shooter. We all know he can't shoot. He is a streaky scorer. He is not a shooter. Streaky scorer. He needs to get a rhythm for Russ to really get going. So since LeBron James is more of a shooter and a better finisher at the rim than Russ, it makes more sense to put the ball in Russ's hand and let LeBron come off ball more. I can show you transcripts from the beginning of last season, me arguing with people about this. People saying Russ is garbage, needs to retire, needs to just come off the bench. I'm like, it doesn't have much to do about the bench. It's more about this dynamic that's going on between Russ, LeBron, and to a lesser degree, the pieces around him. Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, I ain't impressed. I'm happy for Russ that they finally figured it out for him, and he's able to be somewhat of himself, not him at full potential, but still get the job done, get some triple doubles every now and then, get some easier buckets, more of a rhythm. I'm happy for him, but what did you think was going to happen? It's Russell Westbrook. You take Russell Westbrook from a starting position, you put him off the bench, his numbers will go down, but still going to be a lot better than anybody else coming off the bench in the NBA. Don't disrespect this, man. Of course this was going to happen once they figured it all out. Make no mistake about it, Russ is not a bench player. He's not a bench player. Russ can galvanize. Russ can lead. In fact, you have seen how the Lakers, when LeBron James was sitting, when LeBron James was out, I was like, start Russ. Just start him. That was the whole reason you were taking him off the bench before. But now LeBron's not playing. Start him, get that momentum, get that energy going early out the gate. Maybe start out with a nice little lead. It still baffles me that he's rivaling garbage-ass Dennis Schroeder for minutes. Blows my mind. Anyway, That's all I got to say about it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.